So, guys, we have a very special guest today. Very motivational, very inspirational from what he's doing in his life, from what he has done, from what he's been through. And we're absolutely blessed and honored for him to take some time out of his day to talk to us. We have with us today Jake the Snake Olson, a USC long snapper.
What's up, guys?
We love it, man. Eric and I were talking the first thing. We were like, man, we got to ask him where the hell Jake the Snake came from. There's probably a little bit of a wrestling connection there. We don't know, but we just want to first talk with you a little bit about that.
Yeah, my best friend from since kindergarten, Connor. He and his dad, for some reason, just kind of called me the Snake. And I'm not really sure why, but it just kind of stuck. And so, when creating the social media, it seemed appropriate enough, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a pretty cool nickname. That's awesome. So it didn't come from wrestling or anything. It just kind of organically came. Just called you Jake the Snake.
Yeah, I was always weirdly enough, my biggest, ironically, I guess, my biggest fear is snakes. But I used to love snakes when I was young. So my dad's afraid of snakes as well, but he and my mom both were trying to discourage my likeness to snakes when I was young. I actually wanted one. I wanted to get one and have it in my room and everything. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know where my childhood that switched to me being scared of snakes. But now I'm interested in them and I love learning about them. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, that's funny. So, one of the things, Jake, that honestly just blows my mind, and we're trying to create a culture, a community here of just people trying to bring out the most they can out of their life, and just kind of we have a big, really trying not to make any excuses. And as we were kind of reading articles and going through stuff, what blew us away was, and if you could just touch on this, you not only play football for USC, but you play golf. You play the goddamn guitar. It's like, really? You do all of this? Like, it's crazy. So if you could just, kind of touch on that, what kind of motivated you, to kind of just starting to play the guitar, wanting to play golf, all of that. It's crazy to me that you just have that much drive inside you to just do that and live an ordinary life and not let this thing set you back.
Yeah, well, all of it kind of derived from just the mindset I took it when going blind of just kind of wanting to live a normal life still, not wanting to let it stop me. So there's things I did before. I grew up in Huntington Beach and still live there. So I surfed my entire life, loved to play in the waves, on the ocean. So I wanted to continue to do that. So that's where I started picking up surfing blind and just being able to play out there and just kind of do that. And then same with skiing. I skied my entire life, so I wanted to continue to do that. So I went out there and learned how to ski with a guide. And then but the guitar was given to me actually after I went blind, and it was actually one of the people from the hospital, and they just thought that, I guess after going blind, that I would appreciate learning. I played a little piano when I was young, but just learning to play an instrument and kind of something that you really don't need sight for, and so I learned how to play guitar, and it was awesome. And there's with everything I do, there's always a little tricks that I learned to do to make it possible or easier. So for example, on the guitar, I'll put a little tape on the back of the neck on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th frets, so I just can move to those frets faster just by feeling them with my thumb on the back of the neck. But and then golf was probably the biggest and most challenging one. I love to play golf beforehand, and really wanted to continue to play golf. But that was definitely the hardest. It was the most drastic change. I mean, I really kind of had to relearn just the game of after going blind, just making contact at first, and then just building from there. And that definitely took the most practice and hardest work, and so it was rewarding. It still is today of just going out there and being able to play well and to see where the practice goes, and it's fun going out there. And I mean, when golf's funny, man. When you play well, it's the most fun you'll ever have in life. And then when things aren't going your way, you can turn a saint into the devil, you know.
Yeah, that's usually me. You definitely have a better score than I do. I am absolutely horrible at golf. Like, you hit one shot, it's great, and then all of a sudden you just go right, and it's like, what the hell? It's obviously not that physically demanding, but it's it's one of the hardest games out there.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, that's very inspirational and motivational, and it kind of your story. As though it's not as severe with me. I actually, when I was little, I got struck in the eye with a stick. It severed my right eye, so I can't see out of my left, but I can't see out of my right. I have a prosthetic eye. So
okay.
when I saw you on, when I saw your story on the TV and stuff, it definitely hit home for me. Like, wow, like it definitely gave me a boost. A bunch of motivation too to be like, all right, he's doing what he does. It's I gotta step up what I'm doing. So you're definitely 100% an inspiration, motivation to definitely me and Tom. But it hits home with me too with what happened to you, because people are always saying to me you got to be careful and whatnot. So it's definitely inspiration.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, definitely, and just how you carry yourself and how it seems that you don't want this to affect you. You just go about your everyday life, as if you don't have any setbacks or anything. It's amazing, man. It really is. So we definitely look up to you, and you're definitely, you help drive us every day. When we heard about the story, it was really inspirational to us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So so you said you surf?
I do, yeah. It's that's I grew up in Honeybee, so it was something that I kind of I had to learn when I was young, and
yeah.
but yeah, I'll go out there with just a buddy or my dad or whatever. And it's like one of those things that you just gotta make sure. There's sometimes where when the wave is peaking, it hasn't really made a sound yet. That and it's about to crash over for the impact zone. Then it's kind of like I'll have my friend tell me the wave was coming. But other than that, I can completely hear when they're coming. If they're already crashed or whatever. And then catching a wave. It's just making sure I'm pointed right, and then pretty much just have my friend or my dad tell me when to start paddling. And I don't think anyone actually uses their eyes at that point of really knowing, if they caught the wave or not. It's pretty much an all feel thing at that point, and that's quite a feeling within itself as well, man. To be able to catch a wave and obviously ride the wave, it's a feeling like none other in life.
Yeah, that's something I've always wanted. Actually, 23 years ago, I was wanting to pick up surfing and scoot. I had all these different crazy ideas, and for me, if we ever get out that way, man, that would be something I would love to get on board with and try to crack my hand at it.
Yeah.
I heard it's real frustrating in the beginning, but you can just kind of keep at it and get the muscle memory going and just kind of read off of what's given to you.
So at the again, I saw some stuff, looking at some clips, reading some articles and whatnot when you were long snapping and stuff. It took you a while to. You started. Did you start freshman year in high school? Was it freshman year? Because I know they said you started your junior and senior year long snapping, and your coach had said you would just work your absolute behind off at it, and you actually won the starting job.
Yeah, well, I mean, I started learning how long at the end of my the sophomore year, and that whole summer going into my junior year. So I didn't play necessarily football my freshman or sophomore year.
I see.
And you basically just learned that summer leading up into the junior year, I think is what I read. You basically just practice every day and learn leading up into the junior year.
Yeah. There was a coach, Coach Wieselmeyer, who took the initiative. Yeah. We went and practiced for, like I said, probably an hour-ish every day, and just learn how to do long snap and everything comes back from the accuracy and spiral and this. He had long snap back in his day, so he was the coach that knew most about it. And what a great guy! I mean, he really he kind of took me under his wing and really wanted me to succeed at it. And I think it's probably maybe 3 or 4 weeks or maybe a month in that. Because I think even him at first just was kind of like, okay, like I don't know if this is ever be possible. And then once I started snapping a little better, and I guess I was probably 3 or 4 weeks in, and I was kind of okay. You see an improvement here. Then I think that really at that point, Coach Reese was kind of got it. It was okay. Actually, no, this kid actually good long snap, and I don't see why not. So yeah, that was a cool thing just to have him, and he's obviously one of my best friends and someone I look up to a lot, even today, and just someone who's always rooting me on and I can go to for advice.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing too. Is that a lot of times you do something and you look at, okay, well, you're doing it and you're not really any different than somebody that has vision, and I look at it like if you can perform, if you can do a job and do an exceptional job at it. I mean, for me, I don't know how much competition. Obviously, it's pretty competitive at USC to be able to be the starter like you were in high school. But to me, it's like if you can continue to perform in the next 2 years, like is a goal of yours to be in a crucial snap, in a crucial position. I mean, as a competitor, I know, is that a goal of yours to be, a situation where, you're getting even more playing time, and then aspirations after USC? Is there any, or is it kind of go through college, get done, and then maybe create a business, or what's your kind of grand?
Yeah, I mean, I probably don't have much interest in going to the NFL and playing the NFL. It's something that I don't know, it doesn't interest me too much. NFL is a different monster within itself, but yeah, no, definitely here in college, I want to get out there as much as I can. Yeah, a crucial spot or not. I mean, I want to get out there. I definitely want to get against just a live rush and kind of be in that situation. But with terms of just after college, just want to continue motivationally speak. I think we can do that for the rest of my life, and that should be something that obviously I love to do. And we'll love for the rest.
You said motivational speaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 100%, man. Like that's you through and throughout. Seriously, I feel like, and obviously we've never met in person, but you just walking in a room and you just telling your story to people, it's just like it's heartwarming, it's motivational, 100%. As I said, it's inspirational. Like I 100%, believe that you're in the situation you are right now, and you're going to go out there, and when you do start your career in motivational speaking, you are going to change friggin' lives, man. Like, you were put on this earth to change lives, and you're going to do it.
But appreciate it. I mean, I like I said, I've actually been doing it since I was 12 years old. So I've gotten to go around to a lot of the country, and I've been, like I said, I've been speaking for 8 years now. So it's something I just absolutely love, and you're right. I mean, it has an impact on people. That I just love seeing that, and it's something that really inspires me to continue to do what I do. Just knowing that. And it's the best of both worlds. I get to do something I love, and I get to inspire, thousands and millions of people. So I mean, it's the best of both worlds. But it does inspire me to continue to do what I do. Just hearing people like you, just how much of an impact it has on you.
That's awesome, man.
I mean, a ton of people out there, stuff happens to them and they just say, poor me, but it just seems like you're saying, bring everything on, and you're actually helping others around you too. So just commend you for that. It's just what you're doing is unbelievable. I would say don't stop, just keep going. Like you're well on your way there.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
I have no current plans of stopping. That's for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Well,
I don't.
We definitely want to respect your time, and like I said, we didn't want to go too far over the 15. But man, we always end each episode, and this is something Eric and I decided we're on episode 27. We're just starting our journey out, so to kind of grab you and have you come on the show, it really meant a lot for us, and for you to be humble enough to join us and to be a part of our community. We're just we're floored with gratitude. And but we end every episode with something that we call the grinder of the week, and it's somebody that embodies, the traits that we look for in a human being, that we look up to, that we find inspiration from, and a lot of times it could be even somebody at a grocery store that's handing out samples of the newest, apple that's out, and they just have a smile on their face and they love what they do and they enjoy their life, and so it could be somebody like that, or it could be somebody a little bit higher up. And so I think Eric and I, we're truly humbled, and we want to give you the grind of the week this week, and just to give you the opportunity to kind of soak that in. And, we're really, really appreciative of having you come on. So thank you, Jake.
Well, I really appreciate that, guys. I mean, I wish you guys the best of luck with what you're doing. I mean, it's awesome. And, again, thanks for having me, and thank you for awarding me that.
Definitely, I think you're not just a week, but I think we can honestly say you're a lifetime Grinder of the Week award winner. So,
I like that.
I think every week you could give yourself that award again, every single week. So, without a doubt. But
well, thank you. All right, Eric. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate you guys, and fight on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jake. We appreciate it. Have a good rest of the season.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Yep. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, So guys, Jake only had 15 minutes with us. We stretched that as much as we could. 17, we got 2 minutes out of it, so that's good. But he only had, because again, as you guys can imagine, he's a busy man. He's a D1 athlete. He's probably playing a little guitar right now. Maybe he's going to go surf a little bit after. He's got practice. He's got class. So he's a busy man. And he said 15 minutes. Me and Tom talked about it. 15 minutes is more than enough time with that. 5-10 minutes is more than enough time with him. Just because that's just such an inspirational story. I mean, as he's talked about, as we talked about with him, the guy, he's blind, realize. So it's not like me where he has one eye. No, he's blind. He doesn't have any vision. He golfs. He plays football. He plays the guitar. He friggin' surfs. He does all this stuff. And yet you're bitching about your life. Really? No, seriously. Like, I'm not talking about you, Tom. I'm just saying in general. Like, y'all waking up and y'all bitching that the coffee wasn't made right from Dunkin' Donuts. Y'all bitching that the towel isn't, big. You're just bitching about stuff. Bitching about how you could be at work for this long, and bitching about how much money you're making. Talk about a guy who is making the most out of his life with his conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just.
And I couldn't believe it. You know, it's just, I mean, to me, even starting from the beginning, the humble and the nature of him to even, like, I'm not saying, I mean, we're basically nobodies, did he? I mean, for him to fucking even take time out of his schedule means a lot. Like, that gesture to me was just like, I was floored. I couldn't believe that, you know, I was really appreciative, and I thought that was really, really, I mean, it just shows a lot. I know he gets a lot of, I don't know, invitations to interview, and, you know, I noticed he was on the Dan Patrick Show and ESPN and all these big, you know, outlets, and it's like, but he's still humble enough. And this is just a guy that's got it figured out. That's all I can say is this kid has it figured out to the point of we all can learn a lot from that short clip that we had with Jake, and just his gesture to, you know, give his time to us and the community. And I'm still in shock a little bit. I was nervous. I couldn't. I mean, I know you shouldn't really be nervous, but I was just like, man, this is fucking really cool. And a lot of times, I think we put people on certain pedestal, and we say, wow, like he's really an inspiration. And sometimes, you know, just saying, hey, like he's a regular guy. He just wants to do things that are a regular occurrence for somebody that is 20 years old or 21 in college. So I think that's a true testament to him not letting what he's gone through affect his everyday life and his activities that he likes to do. So
I agree. No, 100%, man. I do. It's just crazy how it's like, you know, so many people will go through things, and it's, all right, I can't do that. All right, that's too hard. Nah, he's just like, okay, I got a roadblock in my life that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. But that doesn't mean I can't figure out a way to surf, to play the guitar, to play football, to play golf. Seriously. But you got people out there that don't think they can do anything, that don't put in the effort, the time, because they don't have a drive, man.
yeah,
He's got the goddamn friggin' drive. Something happened to him, and he didn't make it a negative. It's a positive. And the thing I love about it is, you know, he's just getting recognized this year. I mean, you know, he went through this whole thing when he was 12 years old. And if people don't know the backstory really fast, you know, me and Tom have been researching enough that we know that when he was 12, well, when he was born, he lost his left eye. And then cancer kept coming back, and he beat it for 12 years. And then all of a sudden, when he was 12 years old, they said the only way to get rid of it is to remove your other eye, and for him to basically go blind. And he's a huge USC fan when he was little. And so Pete Carroll, who was the USC coach at the time, got wind of it. And, you know, just great guy Pete is to basically say to him, let's invite him to a game, let's invite him in the locker room, let's have him come around for the practices. And he took him in as their own, basically, and brought him into the USC family. So he becomes a huge fan. The night before the surgery, all he wants to do is just be around the guys at USC. And he's at the practice, and they're all telling him it's going to be okay, you know, just making him feel better. He goes through the surgery, wakes up 6 days later. Where does he want to go? Well, he goes back to USC. So he's got a heartfelt home, basically a family away from his family, home away from home at USC. And now it's just crazy how he's now at USC and he's long snapping. I mean, dreams do come true. Shit happens. We all go through shit. But it's those people that goddamn just say, fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to do this. Like, you know, you're either with me or against me, and I might have a brick wall in front of me, but goddamn, we're going to run through it no matter what happens. And that's just, I feel like that's his mentality, man. He just don't give a shit. He's going to do what he wants. He don't care.
Yeah, and the same, I think it's been, like we keep saying, a recurring theme. Adversity is going to affect all of us. It's how you handle it, how you react to it. And have fun along the way, man. Like we're humbled, and we don't even know how. Like I can't fathom in my mind going through that and still having that attitude. I guess you just have to, you just have to take it head on and just move forward. And man, I love it. It just knocks me in the face, and I even reading it and stuff. But until you actually hear somebody talk about it, it doesn't really, I don't think, do it justice. And you can watch all the YouTube videos, but for us as a community to have somebody like that, inspire all of you, I hope you guys got some value out of that. So,
I mean,
I should say I know you can.
Yeah, there's just no way that you don't get value out of that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's. I mean, a miracle, yeah, but if people all had the drive and the determination that Jake has, then we'd be having miracles popping up left and right. I mean, I guarantee you, I know for a fact, I'll put my life on it, that somebody has went through what he went through and they packed it in. They mailed it in and said, fuck it, I'm just going to have an ordinary life where I wake up, I listen to the radio, maybe I listen to the TV, and that's it. Like, I'm good. That's all I'm going to do. I can't do anything. I can't.
Yep.
But then when you see it, yes, you can. Like, as I said, it's crazy. He's probably better at golf than I am, dude. Seriously, I suck. It's like, he golfs, plays the guitar, he freaking surfs, plays football, he goes to school. It's like, what? Like, if you were to say, oh, hey, this is Jake. He plays football, he plays golf, he goes to school, he surfs, plays the guitar, you would not think that he can't see. You would not think he's blind, man. You wouldn't.
No.
So it's just very humbling. And I'm not going to say hope. I think you're right. For God's sake, if you didn't get something out of this, guys, then you really have to sit back and just think about where you're at, your mindset and thought process in life. Because when I first heard about this, when I first saw it, and even then talking to Jake, when he said I want to be a motivational speaker, I was like, fuck yeah, he's using it. He's using it. He's not losing it. He's using it. Tom, we need to write that down.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Not losing
it's recorded,
it,
buddy.
He's not losing it. He's using it. A negative situation, baby. Don't lose it. Use it for positivity, and he is. And I can't. I don't know, man. Like I'm flabbergasted in Florida. He's gone on with us. That's awesome. It's awesome. Can't believe it.
So yeah, we just wanted to add a little bit, kind of post discussion, and yeah. If you don't have any other thoughts, we'll wrap it up. We'll keep it short and sweet.
Well, I think one more thing to add to it is, as a matter of fact, if you look at the time we spent on the phone with him and the time we just spent on the phone right now, it's basically going to be a regular segment. But I think let's revert back to us for a sec. This is about Jake, but really fast here in the next minute or two. How the hell did we get him on here? Right?
Yeah. We. I think we saw the story. What's that?
No, keep going. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we saw the story of Jake on whatever happened. I think it was ESPN or Facebook or something. And I shot a message to you, and I was like, man, I don't know if you saw the story, but we need to message him and see if we can get him on the show. And so we direct messaged him on Instagram. Him or his manager responded back saying, hey, email the manager, Daniel, whatever. And so we emailed him, but it actually took about a month. I think it was a month and a half, wasn't it? Was it the end of August?
Stay patient, baby, right? Stay patient.
He basically was like, we're fucking packed. Yeah, we're packed. And that was right after, he got in the game, and obviously the story had broke to all the major, sporting things, and so people were most likely reaching out to him to get a story, and so not to mention all of his regular obligations. So we had to follow back up at the end of September, and then his first 2 weeks of October were going to be packed, and so we finally scheduled a day 15-minute window for a little while ago. So yeah, patience and asking, right? We always talk about that too. Is just fucking don't let the person on the other end say no or don't let you say no for that person. Ask questions.
Did you guys want to know something real fast? Sorry to interrupt you, but did you know why I DM'd Tom Brady and I asked him to be on our show? And you want to know something? He didn't respond. That's fine with me. Whatever. Am I still here? Yeah. Am I still alive? Yeah. But you never know, right? We DM'd Jake and he said, yeah. Holy shit. We DM West Knight. Holy shit. Like these are big names. Like these are big guys. But we DM'd them. We took it, and trust me, we've DM'd plenty of other people and they haven't responded to us. And that's fine. That is quite all right.
Exactly.
We are fine with that. But you want to know something? We tried. We took the time. So what, Tom? Maybe we DM'd about 10, 15 pretty big names out there that people would notice, right? And we've gotten two. 2 out of 15. I'll take it. Right? But we asked.
You're gonna get rejection. That's what we always talk about too. You're gonna get rejected.
Hey man, it's just like asking a girl out. Just like asking a girl out. I get friggin' rejected all the time. I get slapped in the face. It's like whatever. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is, man. And people need to realize that in all facets of life, rejection happens. It's gonna happen. It's going to. If you don't get rejected, then you will never succeed. Why? Because you're not putting yourself in a high enough standard situation to make big things happen. You will not, man, behind every single story that is successful, there is fucking rejection. And that's how it goes. That's how it is. That's how it is, man. And if you're afraid to be rejected, well, get unafraid. Because if you don't get rejected, you're not going anywhere. So, yeah, it's a little side note, too. Because I know a lot of people are probably like, holy shit, how did you get him on your show? How did you get in contact with him? Well, guys, I have a little tip, too. There's a great thing called social media. And, just type in someone's person, and guess what? Boom, right to them. Back in the day, we never would have got him on our podcast, ever, because we never would have had a friggin', they don't put his phone number, his email, or his address out there. Use social media to your advantage.
Yep.
So. All right, well, hey, guys.
Hey, awesome. You wrap it up. You had the first dibs on that. Wrap it up, then.
Are you sure? I mean, no, I think you should. You're better looking. Go ahead.
Guys, we appreciate it. We always want to end, I feel like, every episode with just a sincere thank you for being a part of the community we're trying to build. And I want to take it to heart since we're starting this book club. And if you're reading the book, it's a tremendous fucking read about community, giving a shit about others, taking a sincere interest in what people are doing. And I really want to take that to heart for you guys, and I want you guys to comment. I want you guys to interact with our community. We don't want this to be a one-way street. We want to hear from you guys what you're struggling with, what your successes are. So please drop us a note on social media, whether that's Instagram. We're on everything, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're really ramping up everything, and we want to hear from you. We want it to be a back and forth. We don't want it to be just us pushing out content every single day or week. So that's just my 2 cents, but we do appreciate everybody that is a part of the community already, and that's all we can say, man. Thank you.
Well, really fast, before we actually do let it go, we had somebody DM us on Instagram, and she said, this book is perfect. She loved it.
All right, let's shout out. Let's see here. Sylvia? Sylvia.
She's from Brazil.
She was at Mike Boyle?
She was. Yeah.
She looks like a beautiful individual.
She is. She's from Brazil, and, Sylvia, big shout out.
Well, shout out.
Thanks for taking the time to actually DM us.
Actually message it,
book.
That's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, Sylvia.
Real quick, too. And this isn't going to be out till we release it, obviously, but every Thursday, 8 p.m., we are going to discuss the book that we're reading. So we just want to shoot that out there, get it out to you guys, make sure you know what is going on with the book club. And I think that's it.
All right, man. Well, great talk. And guys, we will see you. No, we never see you. You will hear us next week. You take care now and have a great rest of your week.
All right, bye.